Welcome to Deals Friday. My name is Nick Clark from Jenic, helping you profit from UK property with minimal time effort. I'm a professional property investor and sourcing agent and have been for the last 8 years. And Deals Friday, we're going to be diving in detail and looking into the numbers of current deals that we've got going on at the moment in refurbishments, as well as looking at deals that have actually completed so we can get exact numbers so you know exactly what you're getting from your money and how to profit from UK property with minimal time effort. Not only that, we'll be diving into the strategies behind it and why the clients actually chose those properties and how they fit their goals moving forward. On top of that, we'll be looking at the services behind that and how they're able to profit from UK property and buy UK properties from anywhere in the world right now. That being said, this is Deals Friday and let's get started with this week's episode. So this week's Deals Friday, episode number 5, yes, number 5, that's what we're up to, is we're going to be going over a 3-bedroom mid-terrace property in the northeast of England. And basically the client's goals behind this and what they're wanting to achieve is they want to be able to get the cash working in UK property. Now they're actually based outside of the UK, which will go into where they're based, etc. Towards the end. So hang around to the end and we'll certainly do that. In the meantime, any comments, comment down below. If you've been liking Deals Friday, give us the thumbs up and certainly let's get cracking. So this property was purchased, this 3-bedroom property, for £52,000. Now the refurb on this property is £10,700 that they had to put into the property to bring it back up to life and get it from being the old dated self. Let's look into seeing exactly what's actually included right now. So this property had to have a full strip out, just like most of our properties do. And within that strip out is obviously getting rid of all the waste, etc. as well. So whether it's skips or getting somebody to come out and get rid of it. Now the fascias and the soffits, so that is like the boards on the top of the house. So if you look at the top of the house, underneath the gutterwork, normally have like some wood underneath. That's the best way to kind of describe it. So they all needed replacing or really replacing. Sorry, replacing or already replacing. Anyways, having one of those days. So it also needed a new bathroom. The kitchen was fine. Needed flooring throughout the whole property and full decoration as well. So a lot of walls needed to be prepped, wallpaper stripped off, new wallpaper put on, making sure it's like a nice kind of smooth wallpaper. And then also the garden was like grass is like nearly up to here. So it was very, very high. That all needed to be chopping down, front and back garden all sorted. And then the fence needed replacing as well in the front garden. So need a new consumer unit. Consumer unit was completely outdated, needed bringing back up to life. So it was the old fuses where you had to wrap some wire in it. Very, very dangerous, very out of date. So that needed redoing. And on top of that, obviously you get electrical certificate from there as well. So we needed internal doors in the property as well because some of them were damaged or just really dated. So they needed stripping out, new internal doors with new door handles. Smoke detectors as well as a CO2 alarm system, and then the gas cert, as I said just before. So that's the refurb breakdown. Let's finish off the actual numbers so you know what you're getting for your money. So the legals on this property, so legals and surveys should be around about 1,300. And then top of that, you've got stamp duty estimates as well. So the stamp duty estimate is £1,560. Can't get my words out today. And the sourcing fee is £3,250. That includes for us going finding the deal, negotiating it, making sure it's brought to the investor, accepting the deal, taking it through conveyancing, which we'll go through in a bit more detail towards the end. And project management fee, we charge 10% of the refurb, which is £1,070 that the client actually paid for that. So the total cash into this deal is £69,880. So the strategy behind this 3-bedroom mid-terrace property is simply buy to let. So this has been rented out to working family that actually want to live in the property, nice area, and paying £500 per month. We put them on a 6-month AST, And as said in previous videos, obviously after the 6 month, renew them on another 6 months, and then if they're still good and you're happy with them, put them on a 12-month AST. So the rental figures on this property is £500. Now, because our client is based in Hong Kong, they wanted to get a mortgage on the property to buy it so they could leverage their capital the most. Their mortgage interest rates on an interest only is around about 7%. That's different depending on the person, their circumstances, and also their experience as well. So the mortgage payments on this property, they've got a 70% loan to value, is on an interest only is £212 per calendar month, which is really, really good considering how high the interest rates are. Not necessarily a bad thing because the property still works all day, every day. The management fee on this property is £60 per calendar month. That's deducted from the actual rent, which is 12% of the rent. And obviously the monthly profit estimate on this is £228 per calendar month estimate. Now, the yield estimate on this property based on the purchase price and the rent is 11.5%. Okay, so that means it's performing very, very well. If your money was just sitting in the bank, obviously it'd be going backwards because of inflation, let alone actually going forwards like it is in property. The annual profit estimate is £2,736. So our client is based in Hong Kong, and they have bought this property whilst being in Hong Kong. We've been able to do everything for them. They've been completely hands-off, and it's been a great experience for them, and this is their multiple one that they've bought. So they're actually a surgeon, very, very high in the industry, very well known, and they just basically take the capital and be able to put it in UK property. Now, we actually met through LinkedIn a couple of years ago, and we've been buying properties for them on their behalf for many, many years now. So their goal primary is to basically get the cash out of Hong Kong and start getting it working in high yield properties. Hong Kong, you tend to find is that their actual yields to the properties are normally around about 4%, and that's generally a car park. If we're looking at apartments, etc., you're probably looking realistically around about 2% yield. Very, very poor. So considering that they're getting 11.5% yield, that's a very, very big difference compared to what they can get in their home country. Bear in mind, they have to put a lot of money, very similar to London, where you have to put very, very big deposits down, hundreds of thousands of pounds or Hong Kong dollars to be able to get into an apartment. So they actually went in with a mortgage on this property. Okay, so if they went cash on it, their money to put into the property would have been £69,880. However, they got a mortgage on the purchase, and they total cash put in was £33,480. And they actually went for a full service for our sourcing process, so they could be completely hands-off considering that outside of the UK. They didn't actually have to fly over here, view properties, put out offers, etc., and the list just goes on. So a full done for you service that includes for us making sure that we negotiate the property, view properties, make sure that everything's all dealt with, that it comes to the right offer price for our clients. That means they can put minimal time, effort into their business and know that their properties can profit in the UK without them being in the UK physically. Considering that our client is based in Hong Kong, that means that they can actually now leverage our teams, our builders, to be able to build their property portfolio and get the money out of Hong Kong and get it performing in UK property for a higher yield. Now, the project management that we actually done on this property, we charge 10% of the refurb costs, as mentioned earlier in the video. However, we dealt with everything for them. So they used our builders, we dealt with the builders on a daily basis. They didn't have to worry about everything, and that process took around about 8 weeks to refurb the whole property. Now, what happened is we actually put it towards our letting agents. Okay, so we teamed up with a local letting agent that we use personally for our property portfolio, and they found obviously a tenant for it, obviously achieving the £500 rent per calendar month. So in summary, for Deals Friday episode number 4, this 3-bedroom mid-terrace property is actually for one of our actual good clients that's bought of us loads. and they actually based in Hong Kong. And their purpose is to get the money out of Hong Kong working harder for them, so they don't have to keep it in the banks and get into hardcore assets. Now, the location of this property is based in the northeast of England, buy-to-let property, great performing property. So this sounds like a great thing for you to be able to do, and you want to profit from UK property with minimal time effort, then certainly reach out to us. You can reach out to us via email at info@jenicproperty.com. That's info@jenicproperty.com. Otherwise, you can reach out to me on Facebook, LinkedIn, or Instagram on Property with Nick Clark. That's NICCLARK, Property with Nick Clark. And just type that into Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn, and you'll be able to just drop me a message, and we'll certainly hook up a call so we can see how we can get you moving forward. Otherwise, head to our website at jenicproperty.com and just click on and book a call, and you can book in a call with one of our team to be able to get you started in property. We can look at your strategy, what your current situation is, what your short-term, long-term goals are, and get you started and moving forward in property with minimal time, effort, and hands off, regardless from wherever you are in the world. Thanks for watching. My name is Nick Clark from Jenic, helping you profit through UK property. Thanks for watching Deals Friday, and I'll see you next week